Trying this again, guys. Trying this again. Are we here? We're live. All right, we're trying it again. Popping on, slowly but surely.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry about that. It wasn't a me thing.
It's
hard to tell.
You thing. Could have been a you thing. Doubt it though.
Can you hear the music?
Everybody's saying it's good now. So.
Oh, we're good?
Probably
cool,
a weird
cool. All right. Yeah, we went off on a little tangent. Let's get Raquel in here.
Okay.
A little bit of a tangent.
Oh.
Feedback.
Uh-oh.
What's back? Is that you, Raquel?
Do you have audio speakers on?
Hold on, they're connecting.
Oh, that's why. I gotta play some songs.
Yep, let's get into it.
All right. Let's see.
Opener?
Where should we start? I'm going to start from where we left off last time. This is Lacey, and this is called Raise Your Hands. DJ Nick Lacey. Here we go on Dope or Nope. Hi, everybody. I'm going to move it in.
Raise our hands up, raise our hands up, raise our hands up, tub, 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 tub. Raise our hands up to the sky, dance together in the light, even though you might be mortified, mortified, mortified.
I'm going to move it up again. Pretty cool. What do you guys think?
Some interesting stuff going on.
Yeah.
The bass line, the way the bass line and the drums were mixed was really dope. It sounded super polished. That part of the groove. This vocal does nothing for me. This has to go. This has to go immediately. Like this part.
Yeah, because right. No, the track for sure. I feel you on the vocal. Like, you know, sometimes you hear that vocal, you're like, you know, that's just quirky enough to work. And then sometimes it's not.
Sometimes. Yeah, other times, no. Yep.
It's just like, I don't know. Raquel?
I don't hate the vocal, okay? Like, hate it. I feel like if something was done to it in processing that you guys know how to do to make it cooler, it could be a vibe. That you
I
would
don't
hear
know
at,
what
like,
I would do to that vocal.
a
except delete
rooftop
it.
lounge
Wow.
situation.
Wow!
Lauren has some ideas.
This is what it must sound like when I'm opinionated about stuff. This is it.
Yeah.
Now I feel it. I'm like, wow, this is spicy.
Oh, you should have just asked us, Lauren. We would have told you.
Yeah, we would have told you.
Wow, I come across like this. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do this more often. This is great. And yeah, I was going to open. If you hadn't said anything, Nick, I was going to open because we're less than 17 minutes in. Oh no! I was trying to beat my record. I think this was a candidate for finishmytrack.com.
I would agree.
/ delete that vocal. I'd probably try I think the bones are there. I agree completely with Nick. The vibe is great, and also that rhythm of the knockingness before you fade it out reminded me of "Hey Hey" by Dennis Ferreira. Really big.
Oh, yeah.
Nice reference.
Yeah.
So I would like look to songs like that to go, okay, what could we do to trick this up and make it pump more? But the vocal, I'm with Raquel. I'm somewhere between Raquel and Nick on this one because I didn't hate it, but at the same time I was like, there's nothing that's particularly distinguished about it which makes it the reason to keep it, or it's just vanilla. It's just nothing. It's not
Right.
It's not great. It's not horrible. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's kind of horrible, but I'm thinking about how you could process it and detune it. And if you detuned it and vocoded it or something,
Right.
maybe it could be interesting. But I would try it. I would probably pitch it down a little bit, see if it works. If it doesn't work, I go, yeah, Nick was right. Trash. Move something.
I mean, your reference track, by the way, which is a great reference. Also, that vocal was very quirky,
Very
but
quick.
it worked
Yeah.
100%. In the pocket, it was all the way, right?
Yeah.
And also, the hook was so enormous, you'd probably ignore anything wrong going on.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, there was there's something quirky, but it's not quite there yet. But don't
Yeah.
give up on it. It's
No,
that's
definitely
great.
some.
And maybe you can tweak the vocal. Maybe there's a way of doing it. Maybe rewriting it. It's not like it's a bad voice. So I don't know.
So
Keep
that
working.
was
It's not out of tune, and we've heard that. So
Yeah, we have heard that. So once again, that's Nick Lacey. Up next, Barkin.
really nice. Thanks, Nick,
So I'm-
for sending that. It's really good.
I'm
Yeah.
pulling
Really
some
good.
of these off of. We didn't even come close to finishing last week. Oh my God, how long is this list today?
Your list is long.
Shoot.
Sugar.
Actually, this is really good. Boogie Hill Fader said that reminded me of old school Funky Green Dogs Fired Up. That vocal was really kind of like a little wonky, but it
I was right on the
worked.
edge. Yeah,
It worked
Okay.
in that
Totally.
record.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Good call there.
Just real quick, I want to introduce everyone because we jumped right into a discussion about
Grammys.
stuff. So Lauren Padman, bottom right, Vice President, Dimmock Records. Excellent dude in the studio. Might have an opinion or two, but we like him
Might.
anyway. So
Loves the chat.
Raquel Goldie, on-air host at Sirius XM, Hits One, Vinny's Vibe. Don't forget tomorrow, 10 a.m. Don't miss her. She's very good. If you're coming to Miami, don't miss her. Actually, don't miss any of us. We'll all be down there, right?
Yeah.
Lauren, you're going. Nick, you're going.
Yep.
I'm so
Rock and roll.
excited.
Nick Dietrich, one half of Disco Fries, and Finish My Track, and Liftoff Recordings, which is killing it this year. One number one on the label, and then part of another number one on another label. So congrats to you. My name is Hess. I work at Armada Music, and I do a lot of radio promotion there. I also work over there at G5 Media, and I do a lot of other things, some management. And we also do Dope or Nope. So
Yes, we do.
why don't we grab this demo by Barkin, and this is called Lift Your Soul. Welcome to Dope or Nope if you're just getting here. Here we go.
Let the music lift your soul. See me up, Scotty. She put her body on my body. She smart, she summa cum laude. Turn it up like we in Abu Dhabi. I'm swerving, German engineering. My girl just like she just a Paris. I got so lifted, I'm embarrassed. You got it. She summa cum laude. Turn it up like we in Abu Dhabi. I'm swerving, German engineering. My girl just like she just a Paris. I got so lifted, I'm embarrassed. You got it.
This feels like the kind of track you'd want to throw cake with.
Was this one on last show?
We heard this. We heard this.
I thought we did.
Did we already do this?
Didn't I like give this a bell?
I didn't.
You might have.
We might have. I'm sorry. I didn't have this marked off that we played it.
Maybe it's a newer version?
No, these are
remember
still
that
things from the
vocal.
previous week submissions. But I swear we. All right.
I remember that rap.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, if you look up about 10 on the sheet, you'll see that it's already been played.
Ah,
you submitted
that's why.
twice. Thank you very much for that.
Submitted
Barker.
twice.
So everything
right.
I said last time, I agree with me.
I agree with yourself.
Yep.
I agree with myself.
Okay.
Couldn't agree with myself more on that one. No, it's still it. I remember talking about it and saying it really bangs. It kind of, it's bordering on the cheesy side, and how to adjust that is that lead to filter it in and out a little bit more and play with it, because it's the lead which, if you took the top lead off entirely, you'd actually have a cool track which would be a bit empty. So you need a lead, but the lead you've chosen is slightly cheesy currently, not completely, but it makes it commercial dance. So you'd have to chop it up or cut it up or tweak it, change the EQ of it, but the melody itself is pretty okay. But then then you'd have a nice cape throwing record.
I'm gonna leave it there since you gave feedback on that one already.
Right. We're doing Talking Heads again. Be right back. I hate
Wow, it's the show of glitches today.
What is happening?
It's not even a full moon or anything.
No.
No.
Mercury's not in retrograde. It's not a full moon. I don't know. We're just having a day.
You know what happened? Liquid Todd came into the chat, and then everything went sideways.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
definitely happens. Totally.
That checks out entirely.
Oh my god.
What's up, Liquid Todd? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, all right. So we'll just go right by that one. Did we play the Rob Weiss track called Feel Like?
I
Yes,
think
we
we
did.
I
did.
think we did.
Wow. All right, let's get rid of that. How about Bad Monkey, La La Mind?
I'm
Yes.
99% sure we did that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Alrighty. How about Pexel and Stephen Roy's Take You Higher?
Yep.
Yes.
What the?
What the?
This is what happens when Lauren gets in the sheet. He starts playing around and hitting people
I
up.
haven't touched anything.
He's like, I didn't do it this
It's not even
time.
in the sheet.
All right. So I'm going to start with everything submitted from 1:30 on. And
then
we're going to
come
start with...
Wait, you can't go with Barkin again. He submitted it again. Sky won't stop. Lift Your Soul, the first track. It's submitted on 1:30.
Right. All
Oh, we
right.
already played it. What?
So
What's
let's
going
start
on?
over. How about Onacity? And this is called Real Ting Gal.
Yep, let's hit it.
Don't know that. Let's do it.
Girl, you are the real thing, girl, you are the real thing, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl, you are the real thing, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl, you are the real thing, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl, you are the real thing, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl. Hands to the air to the ceiling, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl. You are the real thing, girl. Bubble and wine make me feel thing, girl. Hands to the air to the ceiling, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, girl. You are the real thing, girl. Bubble and wine make me feel thing, girl. Hands to the air to the ceiling, girl. Girl, you are the real thing, 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 girl. Girl, girl, you are the real thing, girl.
I kind of want to keep playing that. All right, who wants to go first?
Raquel is grooving. She can go for it.
Yeah, I'm in vacation land. I like zoned out for that one for a little bit. I think for me, the general consensus that we kind of say almost every week is a little less vocal on this one and give it some room to breathe so that way you can actually enjoy it more. Because I literally was like, okay, I'm like over the vocal at a point. Yeah, but I was vibing. I was on vacation. In vacation, I was like, tropical land.
Does the vocal being out of key with the track bother anyone except me?
Interesting.
Maybe that's part of why. Yeah, maybe that's part of the reason why I'm like,
You and
Interesting.
you have quite a lot of opinions today, Nick.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got off
Did you
with
have
Brian
coffee?
and he got in my brain. I did. I had like a pot of coffee today.
oh, okay.
That'll do it.
You gotta learn how to deal with coffee, man.
I don't know. It didn't completely bother me. I heard it, but I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it. The vocal feels a little bit not glued into the song, and the added keyness could probably do a lot with that. But to Raquel's point, there's not enough of the vocal. There's not. It's only a very short 4-word thing that's being looped over and over, and there's not enough. If there was a second verse, if there was more vocal to chop from, if it expanded out at some point, and you're like, oh, I was only listening to the first line looped, and then you get the full 8 line.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
100%.
But the feeling of the vocal, I don't know if it completely matched the record. I'm not sure. I like the instrumental though. So.
All right.
That was my view. I liked
Raquel,
it.
you want to add
The groove
add
is
or
cool.
detract from that one?
Was there a steel drum in there or something? It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
I
nice.
have to say, I haven't heard a steel drum for years.
I was digging
Like
the track for
literally
sure.
years I haven't heard a steel drum on a dance record. So that was nice. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Cool. Quick shout out to Mario Travis, Liquid Todd, DJ Spawn, Hosh Gorelli. Thank you, man, for stopping by. Bianca.
Hey.
Who else is here? Bad Monkey. Rimnez is here. Disco Fries. Who are those guys?
Weirdos. Just kidding.
Boogie Hill Faders. Those guys. Jeez. They're on like for 5 hours every Thursday. All right. Speaking of Rimnez, I think we're ready for a song from him. It's called For You, and you're listening to Dope or Nope.
While the sun is shining and while the vine is glowing, just don't forget to smile and the sadness will go away. Don't let anyone lead you astray. Just calm down like it's waiting for you on that way. Don't let anyone lead you astray. Just calm down like it's waiting for you. Your life is only in your hands. Just sit down for a second.
That's Rimnez, and that's For You, right here on Dope or Nope. All right, who wants that one?
I'll take it.
Go, man.
Bell, please.
Ooh!
Feels very complete. It's not necessarily original, but it sounds professional. And it sounds like a polished song that I could hear on Sirius XM BPM, big radio stations. I could totally, if you had sort of said, yeah, this is a big record that's emulating what was happening in 2012, I'd say, yes, you are right.
Yep.
Correct.
Exactly that. Felt pretty okay. It's not necessarily phenomenally original. It's not necessarily like, wow, that vocal's crazy good. But I would say overall, it's very, very glued in and complete. It's very nice.
Yep.
I also will bring a bell to this equation.
Hey, True Bells. Brah.
Yeah, I love the nostalgia of it. I think it does sound like a polished record. A few things I would do to maybe improve it a bit is the vocal right before the drop should be an identifiable lyric and line that you take away from the record. Right now, it just kind of, it sounds like just a verse kind of petering out, and it doesn't have something distinct for you to walk away from the song with. So that's something I would take a look at. And also, I feel like I always reference tritonal on records like this, but there's such masters at doing drops like this
Yeah.
that
100%.
those records are like a clinic in themselves, where you could do like little cutaways and moments in the drop that help break up that synth from being too monotonous. Like every 4 to 8 bars, there should be a moment of something that happens where it breaks that synth. So when it comes back, it feels impactful. So that would be my 2 hints, but awesome work, sir.
Yeah, DJ Spawn's right. What would a bell sound like in 2017?
Oh man, I'd have to look at
I'd like to use that bell
options.
because, but to your point, I mean,
There you go.
brush the dust off that one. But to your point, like, extremely well done. And I mean, I can't. I mean, talk about like perfect emulation of things that were hits. I think that's really the key there, is that that's a complete compilation of all the sounds in my head that was a hit in that era, right?
Yeah.
There's still always like a little bit of room for one of those will sneak into radio once in a while, and you'll be like, wow, there was actually a good moment for that. I've had it done myself, like with Andrew Royale, like a couple last year we had one that was just like right on the edge of like what was tolerable.
So you wouldn't take this to radio in today's climate?
I would say I would look for things that to add to it or subtract from it, and I'd look to, like you guys, to bring it forward, right?
Yeah.
So to keep that feel, like I feel like what Nick was saying about the drop, like I'm not walking away with knowing what the hook was, and I think that's something we discuss here quite a bit. So that's one thing, but would that be something they could submit to Armada? I think they would say that it would come up sounding dated.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Right? And though Rimna's references Audien and Artie, I think while that's fair, I feel like both of them, even though Audien's like very much on the progressive, he wears the t-shirt literally, progressive house never died, but it still feels like current, you know what I mean? And I think there's a few things in there sonically that can be manipulated to bring it forward. That would be my.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, if that were done, I would go all in with a bell and probably say that could be something that would be worked at radio.
Yeah. So just freshen it up. Maybe either adding something or taking something away.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Yep. Yeah, we're all on the same page.
I
All right.
agree
Next
with
one.
everything.
Here we go.
Great. All right. Let's see. This is. Did we play this one? Loran Mistake.
No.
Great. I see you're already sitting on top of that one, Lauren.
I'm just checking it for you. Yep.
He's ready to
This
go.
is
Trying
Dope
to
and
help
Hope,
you. Come on now.
and this is Loran Mistake.
I know people don't understand our ways. If we don't fit in well, then we don't belong here. Our love is so much more than they can take.
is Loran with Mistake.
Something to that record. It's a cool vibe. It's got a little bit of the Lost Frequencies thing to it with that guitar groove and everything. I'm not mad at the vocal, but I do think the vocal becomes a little monotonous and gets buried in the mix. So it's a combination of some issues there. So if the vocal can pop more, maybe be layered up and processed, harmonized even, just to thicken it up, and just pop in the mix a bit better, I think that would carry the song a lot more. But it's a cool vibe. It definitely is a mood. What do you guys think?
I'm waiting for your face to stop talking.
I didn't love the vocal. Me, we're switched on this one now. I didn't love the vocal on this one. But again, I also almost want to hear like possibly a female vocal on it. I don't know. The vocal really threw me for a loop on that one.
Oh, Hess literally meant that he could not see what
he
was
said
saying.
bye.
Hess is out. Hess is done.
I thought he was
I'll
throwing
talk
an
about
insult
that.
my way.
Yeah. That's what I thought as well. I was like, that's pretty rough.
Oh, sorry. Like your voice was going, your voice stopped, but your face, you're still talking.
No, I'm just going to say that to people from now on when I want them to shut up. I'm waiting for your face to stop talking.
Yeah. I say it to my kids all the time.
I'll just continue on that one and say that the song felt as a song, as a demo. If someone had said this is a day of demo, I'd be like, yeah, okay. There's a song in there somewhere. It's nice. It's moody, and it's got some stuff going on. From a production perspective, it's got a long way to go. It felt like the kick came in from nowhere on the build. When it dropped, I was like, there's something wrong with my levels. It sounds like the vocals stayed, but everything else is below it. It felt like maybe Hess wasn't playing it through his computer, but from the other side of the room, and the microphone was catching it. It just felt like it was out of mix, in a muddy way. But the song is actually very good. The underlying song, and then so when Raquel suggested a female vocal, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that could be a really cool flip. So yeah, I think you've got something there to work on. Nice, it's cool. But again, lots of clean up with the drums, tighten it up, make sure the levels are right, have the vocal in the mix, not on the mix, and just stuff like that. What else we got, Hess? What's next?
I got. So next up, our boy Ken Loy is back with a track called "Tell Me." If you're just joining us, this is Dope or Nope, and these are demos.
Left me then. Don't believe in anything, but this might be the exception. I don't want this to end. Wouldn't it be such a shame if you were to leave? Tell me, baby, take me higher, heart on fire. I just need you close. It's pure desire, flame to a lighter, and you need me the most. Tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. If it's love, it all depends. If you can give me everything, I'm done with being friends. Open-hearted messages telling you it's this I miss, and I can't play pretend. Wouldn't it be such a shame if you were to leave? Take me higher, heart on fire. I just need you close. It's pure desire, flame to a lighter, and you need me the most.
I gotta stop now, otherwise I'm gonna get lost in the whole thing. That's a bell.
Coming with it.
I'll take a bell.
I'll also take a bell.
3 bells.
Over you, Nick.
Yeah, that
No
was really
comments.
interesting.
Please defend your non-use of bells, Nick.
Now.
So one, love the production, love.
Listen to this
the-
bit.
the
Listen to this bit.
vocal. No, this is. Love the production, love the vocal. Bell pressure, Boogie Hill
The
Faders.
bell pressure is real.
It's real right now. It's really hard. So I feel like there is an arrangement
Nick,
disconnect
tell
here.
me why. Why no bell?
There's a bit of an arrangement disconnect for me where it's really hard for me to follow what's happening.
Hess is getting a delay. I love it.
Again.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
he's
been
gotta
waiting
refresh.
for years to use that effect. I've been waiting for years to use that effect.
Yeah, Ken, I'm sorry. You know I love you, but this is the only thing I would say about it is it's a little hard for me to follow the vote. Like, I like that it meanders, but I also want to hear a version that I know what's going to happen where, in a way. Does that make sense? It's a
Okay,
little-
fair enough.
I loved how weird it was. I loved how weird it was with that though, because I was like, oh my god, where is it going?
It's
What's
a taste thing then. It's totally a
Yeah.
taste thing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to feel like there's
You're into
sections.
cool music over here.
Yeah, you guys be the cool
We're
kids.
cultured. Just kidding.
All right.
Jesus.
Just
Hard on
kidding.
it.
Just kidding.
It's a lot of, we're going hard on the bell pressure, I have to tell you. And so I agree with what you said, Nick. I think that the line, the repeated line lends itself more to like a verse vocal or a pre-chorus, and there's probably not an actual chorus hook
Oh.
there. Hess, if that offends you, just leave. But I would say that there's I've been waiting for a while for that one too. We're doing bits over here, Hess. We're doing bits. So
It's
yeah,
hard to
there's-
watch an argument in delayed form, where I hear it, and then nothing happens, and then the
Right.
mouth. Yeah, it's weird.
Is that what you feel like when you communicate with Amsterdam? Like, internally?
No, that's what I feel like with my kids. Again, it's the kid thing.
Yeah, there's not a clear chorus hook yet, but it's cool in every other way. Again, I have to tell you, it's very similar to the build of Hey Hey Dennis Ferrer again. It's that sort of pressure, a little bit of meandering vocal. On an ordinary day, the vocal from Hey Hey, not too dissimilar to Tell Me Baby, just that feeling of it, but there's not an actual hook yet. But everything else about it is just so good, so it's so close. It wouldn't require too much A&Ring for this one to be a good record for New Noise.
To me, this is one of those times where I don't feel like a hook's required. I got sucked in, and I was just following. I was just going along with it. I was just like, "Yep." In the same way, Hey Hey did kind of like, knock you a bit, especially when it got louder. When that piece got really excited in the middle of the track. But I don't know. I just got sucked. The vocal was so like in a zone for me. It just like sucked me in.
It literally puts you in a trance.
Yeah.
Like you're in it, and you're like,
100%.
whoa.
I was in the speaker.
Yeah, in
I
it.
love it.
All right. Well done, Ken, and thanks for sending that over.
Good job.
Up next is Pexel and Stephen Roy's Take You Higher. Lauren's telling me we didn't play this, so I'm going to do it now. This is Dope or Nope.
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you need and you can call my name, I'll be around. me what you need and you can call my name, I'll be.
So that's Pexel and Stephen Roy's Take You Higher.
I would like a bell.
Also Bell.
Bell.
Four bells.
However,
Wow.
would like to add.
Oh, he's gonna take half a bell back, is he?
Nope. I
gotta
just
have
want to
a
say
reverse bell.
at about 134, there's a section from 134 to 202. This, where it starts here, I think is redundant and could come out.
I would agree.
Like they go, if they went from this section right to there, to the drop, I think that would, that piece, that was like just a little clip there, and that would do it for me, 100%.
From jumping from what part?
So,
Timestamp maybe?
In the drop, it like repeats
Yeah.
again. And
so
kinda
there's
rolls
this
on.
section right here. Right where they start there, but instead of doing that, go right to here.
Got it.
They can
Because
serve- yeah.
they actually just did that previously in a slightly different way. It doesn't need to be done again, right? There was no reason for it, in my opinion. It didn't add
Got it.
to it.
No worries.
But yeah, I dig the vocal. I dig the track. Very nice.
I would agree with everything you just said. That's a great pickup. If I were to want to improve the record, I would try some options on the kick sound to punch through a little bit more. It works, but it's a little tame for what's going on around it.
Right.
And also the vocal, when you have the vocal in like the breakdowns, I feel like it sits perfect. When the vocal's against the drop, it feels like it needs to be amped up. And you might want to try just like some weird processing on it. There's a couple different plugins you can try. BitSpeak is an awesome plugin to trick out the vocal. And then I Wish from Infected Mushroom you can do really cool stuff with that'll allow the vocal to cut through. And it'll just be weird, but it'll be weird in the way that could potentially work with the other stuff that's around the vocal. And it's a cool idea just to change the texture of the vocal from all the other parts of the record when it's happening in the drop. So that would be my 2 cents, but it's dope. Love it.
Yeah. 4 bells.
Yeah, it's great.
So good.
It's great. Just needs a re-edit. That's all. Like there was I think
Yeah.
my only concern was the long build. I'm like, oh, this could be half as long. That was all.
Yeah.
Along
I mean,
with everything you said.
it's 3:58. They could say the same thing in like 3:15, 3:20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Same-
It's 3:45. Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go with Galaxy. This is called Pina Colada, the extended mix. So I'm going to bounce that around a little bit. And this is Dope or Nope. Welcome.
Like it already.
Galaxy Pina Colada.
So many cool random things happening there.
Yeah. I agree.
But
How would you
not
finish that track?
assembled just correctly.
Yeah, I would take every stem from him as like an 8-bar, 16-bar section and just reorganize that whole record.
Right.
Yeah.
Shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd delete anything though. I think everything that's in there is pretty nice. It's just the arrangement of all kind of a little funky.
No, they're really cool. Yeah.
Some sections meander and some sections are like, oh, I wouldn't have put that there. But the parts are pretty good. You know, maybe the vocals a bit weird, but that can be said for almost all vocals. But
Right. Yeah, but I think, as we say quite often, the bones are there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like a cool record if we were going into a club in Amsterdam to see a main person play at 11 and we got in there at 9 and it was a deep house kind of set. This would be a record that would fit. And you'd listen to it for a little bit and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Let's get a drink. And then the record would mix out to something else at some point. It's not trying to be anything more than what it says on the lid sort of thing. It's just trying to be a cool
I love
fresh
when you
record.
paint these pictures because I could just envision the whole.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Like
but
there.
that's 100% what that record is, though, right?
Right.
All right, let's squeeze one more in here. Michael Feel and Aleko, and this is called Everybody. If you're just joining us, man, you missed a lot of good music. This is Dope or Nope. Bell, please.
I'll rock with you on that.
Wow. I definitely would like half a bell.
Me too. Half a bell.
That's
There
one
you go.
bell together.
That's
All right.
okay. Okay, so it's three bells. Who would like to go first?
Yeah, it's a bell. Like I don't know that I would fix anything.
It's a bell. Come on, guys.
You know, it's fun. It does everything it's supposed to do, right? It has.
Oh well.
So here's what I found. As the track progresses, I found small little tweaks in the production that continued to make it compelling for me to listen to, where I wouldn't say, "Oh, you just did that." Could it be shorter? Yeah, you could probably say the same thing again in 330. I think you can say most things better shorter. I don't think this needs to be designed at 405. I don't think it needs to be that long. But other than that, I felt it was a nice job that it just, I didn't get bored at all. And if I had more time, I could ride it out, listen to the whole thing.
Nice.
Ooh, Raquel.
Yeah, I mean, there were some moments that were a little bit, I was starting to like go elsewhere with my mind. But I think that's just the situation of it being like 4 minutes, and if we cut it down a little bit, I think it would be good. Nothing like crazy happening, but it did what it needed to do, and I appreciated it. So
Yeah.
Right.
Would you be able to get it to the first drop? Yes. If it's easy enough to do.
So here, maybe here.
Don't know. That's a build. That's a build. Okay, still a build, but all right. Here we go. Boom. Just that sound. That kind of horn noise is way too muted. If that sound was able to come up into the mix and be like a really prevalent, like wow, almost foghorn-ish sound, it'll cut through the mix and it will cut through the room a lot more. And then you could probably even like put a filter on it after you've heard it for 4 bars. The next 4 bars can be like more where it opens up and it's like wow kind of thing. And then to create the variation, you'd go wow, and then wow, 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 wow. Sort of like you put in a couple of like steps into the next one.
Right.
That was really all that I was thinking that could really improve that. Plus the shortening it down. That's how to get a full bell out of Raquel and me.
yes.
Good to know.
I feel like the best reference artist for this record is Chocolate Puma.
Oh yeah.
The kick. This is another one where I feel like the kick is too clean for what the record is. It's just a little tame for the song, so I would take a look at that. And then I feel like the second breakdown, like you have that everybody vocal sample, but it would be cool to hear like a kind of like a random meandering like hype man type thing that like distracts you from just another build.
Right.
Something that is like ambient in that second time around. But I agree with Lauren. The horn thing, that sound needs to pop out. It like has no impact when that drop hits. But the drop itself is dope. Like the groove is great.
Yeah, it could be really good. Could be really good. I definitely could hear it. Could be a really good record.
So guys need to throw a little dirt in there.
Dirt.
Throw some dirt. So I'm gonna jump. I guess we're good.
Yep.
We did it. Did we do it?
did it.
Once again.
We did it.
This has been Dope or Nope. Lauren Padman, bottom right-hand corner. You can see how you can follow us. I think it's the same names pretty much everywhere.
Right.
Nick, are you on Twitter, though? You're Nick Dietrich, right? Just in case.
On Twitter, it's we're the Disco Fries. We're live, but you can follow me at Dick Nitri.
There you go. Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dimmock Records. Raquel Goldie, on-air personality on Vinny's Vibes, on Sirius XM Hits 1. And you can also find her on social media. And
now you can find her in Miami.
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
Miami. Find us all in Miami.
6
yeah,
weeks.
we'll be there. 6 weeks. We'll be there. I get in on Wednesday, I think, and I leave Sunday morning.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We need to do the same thing we did last year, just hang. And just sit there all day long at that one table.
Perfect.
Dick Nitri or Nick Dietrich, one half of the Disco Fries. Also, Liftoff Recordings and Finish My Track. You can find them on air on Twitch from 1 to 3, right? Every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Right.
Yep.
And I am Hess. I do all the radio promotion for Armada in the U.S. and maybe some other things. Do some nice management, and we love to do Dope or Nope every week. Yeah. Send your demos to dopeornopemusic.com, and we'll see you next week, yeah?
We're going to grade into DJ Cristiana Di Mateos.
Very nice.
All right.
Here we go.
Don't
Thanks very much,
forget
everybody.
Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
hug someone you love. It's never too late to tell them how you feel. See ya.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
Yes.
See you guys. Bye.
All right.